Good evening, Hope Dealers, and welcome. It's so good to see your beautiful faces, and how excited are we about everything? Has everybody been on the Facebook page and seen Facebook group and seen just a little bit about the explosion of gifts from Arbonne for September? So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on accelerated qualifications, but I got to start there and just scream accelerated qualifications. Watch my quick live on that if you haven't already. And in that s'more that I posted, if you get all the way near the end of it, there's a short but really great little video by EMVP Maggie Heft. Y'all recognize Maggie. She talked on one of our calls a couple of months ago. You definitely want to hear her on that. Between what I shared on the live, between what you've read, between Maggie, I don't need to tell you what an awesome deal this is. I just have a million thank yous going out to our new CEO, Tyler Whitehead, for doing this. Hearing this straight from him, hearing that news all together from Tyler in Maui, it is unmistakable that he and his team have been hearing us, listening to us, seeing us, recognizing this very challenging period we've been through this last 18 months. And they are once again showing that they are for us. And, you know, I'm always, that's a reference back to the book, Know What You're For, and being for the other person, for your community, for your client. And they are showing again, they are for us, and they're investing in us. Because that takes, you know, that old saying, put your money where your mouth is. I mean, it's one thing to say they're for us and they're behind us, but this reduced, not going to say that, accelerated qualifications is really and truly putting their money where their mouth is. Every one of you could promote, if not one, at least 2 levels. You could promote 3 levels during these 8 months. It's all about what you want to do with it. You know, I'm always saying a high tide rises all ships. And if there was ever a time to have your ship out there, way out there in the water, it's now. I don't think I've quoted Dr. Tom Barrett in a long time on his 4 ingredients for success, but they just seem to tie in so well with whatever decision you're making for what you want to do with these accelerated qualifications. His 4 ingredients for success, I memorized them after I heard him in person, and he said, every one of you should have these memorized. And I only had 3 of them memorized. So I made sure I memorized all of them in order. But in order, it's number 1, determine what you want. The second one is decide what you're willing to give up or exchange for what you want. And that exchange is usually in the short term, you know, exchanging for today to have something different in the future. But decide what you're willing to give up or exchange for what you want, are his words without my add-ons. Number 3, associate with people who will help you get what you want. Y'all are doing that tonight. Wish we were all together, but we're not all in the same town anyway. So I love that we're all coming together. Associate with people who will help you get what you want. And number 4 is so simple. Have a plan that works and work the plan. And that is how you will be able to make these accelerated qualifications work. So Maui, I tried to, you can't see my Maui shirt, but anyway, you saw it enough in the lives. I'm sure everything was this theme. They did such an amazing job. The second time being there was every bit as magical as the first time. It's still surreal that I get to have this privilege, and that wouldn't happen without every single one of you. And so appreciative of you. And actually, I think we all appreciated being out there even more this time, gathering in one place. You know, almost weren't even sure we'd get to take the trip, but gathering in one place is a privilege we never realized before 18 months ago could disappear overnight. And I wish I could have teleported every one of you there, not just to be in the beauty of Maui, I mean, that's one thing, but to be in that room, with over 300 other national vice presidents and hear in person from Tyler Whitehead and the rest of this incredible home office team, several of whom came in with him or came in after he did. And they blew us away. I'm going to share just a few. I'm going to be jumping from one to the other. There's no tie in. I'm just going to share some glimpses into some different plans that what you have to look forward to in Arbonne's future. And then I want to share a couple of takeaways, and we're going to have a little break in about more than halfway through to do the recognition in case you think I've forgotten that. So coming soon, here's some little glimpses into the future. We will be able to do, again, the before and afters of 30 days to healthy living. You know, they have not forgotten that. There will be tools, there will be guidelines, just like we have right now in posting before and after skincares. But I know we've been dying to be able to post that again, because they're real stories of real lives changed where their health has changed. So that's coming. Also coming will be a healthy living app, getting up with the times. Yay. I knew Amber Fry would look up on that one. Basil's been saying that forever. We need an app in there. There's going to be QR codes where they can click and buy now. It's like, oh my, this technology stuff makes my head spin. There will be more permanent flavors of fizz and protein. One more protein, two more fizz. They put blanks on the screen. We don't know what they are. And if I don't have a date when I say something, it's because they haven't given us a date. It's coming. There's going to be many conferences called Path to Empower. Several of you were around, many of you were around when we used to have the Impact Tour conferences, which were one-day events held in major cities across the country. Most people could get to one within about a 3-hour or less drive and just make it be a day trip. There was always one in DC, which is where all of us in Richmond went. There was one in Albany. A lot of you went to Albany, but I don't know what cities and I don't know when, other than it's going to be in January and February, so that there's an opportunity right at the start of the year for connection, for a bigger picture, especially picture bringing new consultants too. And some of you still, even though you've been in Arbonne a year and a half, have never seen an Impact Tour one-day conference. You've never seen a GTC, a global conference. So this will be your first one, is to be able to have that bigger picture and that vision and training and recognition on stage. And so I'm looking forward to seeing when the dates are for those. There's something else interesting coming. I don't know when, but Tyler is big on this. He did it in his last company. And he came from New Skin for, I mean, you can look that up. He was very successful in doing many things with New Skin, but one was he had a product that had a sharing bonus for it. And what that is the person who sells that, it's your personally sponsored, personally enrolled preferred client or retail client, there would be an extra bonus that personal sponsored person would get to have on top of the 15% commission. And that little sharing bonus would be paid daily. And so can you imagine, just, I'm already thinking how addictive that would be to sell a box. It's, on the nutrition side, it'll be the Energy Fizz. He's already said that. That's our wow product on the nutrition side. So can you imagine how fun if you saw this little sharing bonus pop into your bank account and got that little text from Arbonne, like, that was just one box of Fizz. That's not even your 15% commission. What if I sold 2 boxes? What if I sold 3? I can see how that could be a fun little game to play, because he said you can't always be saying, just keep working, the payoff comes, that it would be a great, additional, piece of the puzzle to have something that had that instant like that. So there'll be something on the skincare side, in all likelihood as well. Do not know how much it would be, but the reason given behind this, besides more of a right now, is he said, right now, we've been leading for a long time with the 30 days to healthy living set and the Age Well set. And before that, of course, it was the RE9 set. And he said that makes the entry point for a new preferred client a price that is too high for too many people. It's not too high for everyone. A lot of people, I've always had a lot of success with these full sets, but I get what he's saying. He said, I myself do not spend $300 without having a conversation with my wife. And he said, he wants an entry product that people can decide right then and there, yes, I want that, I'm going to order that, and not have one that's going to require at least a certain group of the people to have to go home and have a conversation about it with their husbands. And again, I thought about, well, I've had great success with all these full sets, but I did think when he said that, of all the group presentations where there has been someone that's like, I want this, got to go home and talk to my husband about it. And then out they go with the catalog, and the follow-up fun begins because they couldn't make a decision on their own right then. So then he was making the point with this, that if you've got a brand new consultant and you're really just focused on the sets, they go out and talk to maybe every 10 people, one says yes and wants the whole set of 30 days or the whole set of skincare, but they've gotten 9 no's. That's too much in the process. But what if there was a $50-something product, which is why he likes the fizz. Another reason he likes the fizz is that there's something that they'd probably get 6 out of 10 yeses. And there's 6 out of 10 now new preferred clients that have walked in the door that they can begin to build a relationship with and, you know, provide customer service to, and just, it'll grow from there. It won't be that that's all they're ever going to buy, but it's more of a just making the gateway broader so that more people can come in the doors and be exposed to Arbonne's community, products, opportunity. So he had another statistic is that the lifetime value of someone who comes in at 100 or less is 6 times greater than the lifetime value of one who comes in with a $300 order. So again, note that he's not saying, forget the sets, don't forget the sets, because I've built a business on, you know, largely on sets. He's just pointing to thinking outside the box, again, just to a broader gateway for people to come in. We don't know how far down the road this sharing bonus thing will be, but for now, I would just say, let's take that principle and be sure that it's not, we're not saying, you know, kind of all or nothing. That's why there's a healthy habits set that's a little smaller. Why the skincare sets now there's, you know, in Brighten Up and Age Well are a little bit smaller. So there's options, and just be sure that, you know, you've got that in your pocket to offer, or you can lead with that. So it's very interesting to me to hear from him, because in Arbonne's 42 years, this is the first time we've had a CEO who comes from extensive experience and background in network marketing, who comes from network marketing at all, but he's had, you know, huge, you know, success leading a company into 36 countries. So he brings so much knowledge and experience to us. Then I can't remember if I said this on my live from Maui. Did I talk about the referrals link coming up? That is projected to be in the first quarter of 2022. And I know you've shopped on a website where it says refer a friend and they get $20 off their first order and you get $20 off your next order. They've listened. People have been writing in for a long time saying we need this. And that is his aim, to have that by the end of the first quarter of the new year. How cool will that be? Because I ask clients for referrals, and sometimes I get them. You know, I was a referral, you know, that's part of my story. But a lot of times they're like, yeah, I'll try to think, I'll let you know if I think of someone. But I bet they could think a lot faster if they were going to get $20 off their next order. And if they sent a second one, it would be another $20 off. So I love that is definitely in the plans for within the first 3 months of 2022. And then I already talked about the Simply One shakes that are, I spend a lot of time here, that are launching on September 9th, but listening to the product development group on that, it's, you know, we should never think they're not listening, because they said, we've been listening to you for 3 years. This has been a 3-year research and development and formulation in the making, trying to get these shakes down to, you know, this little sugar, less than 1 gram per serving, and have the taste. And it's amazing. You can order it confidently. You know, at any time you can send things back, right? And I don't think anyone will send this back. But just to clarify, I think I said in my live that it was 5 carbs, 3, because that's what they said in our meeting. And then I looked at my bag and it said 3 carbs. And so I corrected it in a comment. Well, now that I had time, as I'm unpacking them here, the vanilla one says 3 carbs and the chocolate one says 5 carbs, but they both say less than 1 gram sugar. I will switch to these because I love the taste of them equally as much as the others. So why would I not want to get rid of 10 grams of sugar per serving, especially on days that I drink 2 of them? They are limited time offers. It's to see how they sell. So if we want these permanently, we need to order them, and we need to, be able to speak to them. And then I think our clients will fall in love with them if the ones that are watching, paying attention to the sugar. As long as the sales are strong, this one's going to become a permanent product. The holiday line, you know what? I just did a post on that, so I'm going to skip that so we can keep moving. Can I skip it? I love the holiday line, but really watch my post on that, because Kate and I have already posted ways that we've used it or others have used it. And I just posted it like an hour or two ago. So those of you who have been through a holiday, Arbonne holiday line, post on there what has helped this work for you. So Tyler closed out our second day of the meetings saying this. I just took notes, and this is pretty close to what he said. He said, when we look back at the past, we see the floor, but when we look up, we see the stars. When we look back, we lose confidence, we feel loss, we become complacent. When we look up and look to the future, we are building our legacy, we're changing lives. And he said, it's the ability to focus that leads to momentum. And that line is worth writing down, because focus is a hard thing for a lot of people. Focus can be a hard thing for me. But if we want our business to be in momentum, which is what it will take to take advantage of these accelerated promotions, then we have to make the choice to focus. And his last words were to calculate not on what is probable or what your numbers say today. Calculate on what is possible, and every day take action. It really is that simple. I have a new friend who I met at the Green Bay retreat and spent more time with in Maui. And it was her 8th time there, only my 2nd as the national vice president. So it's like, Naomi, give me words of wisdom. And she smiled and said, there's no secret sauce. You keep putting one foot in front of the other. And I smiled, because I've given that advice many times. I have said, there's no secret sauce. You work, that's what it is. You work, you ask again. And, the other way I've heard that said is, just there's nothing wrong with anyone's business that activity cannot cure. So I would add that before that activity, though, has got to be a healthy, positive mindset, recognizing and owning those red light stories we keep talking about that are not serving you, and replacing them with green light stories that do serve you, stories that are true, that give positive energy, so that when you go put that one foot in front of the other, you're loving what you do and you're confident that you have the best gift out there to offer. So I'm going to take a quick break. I have a little bit more to share, but I'm going to go in and pull up the recognition page, and Allison Kahelski is going to read that for us. And, oh, come on. It's not letting me click to the next page. We don't need to see this one. That's really fun. Okay, here we go.
All right, congratulations for those in qualification for district manager: Sarah Goddard, Mary Claire Gretz, Patrice Strachan, sorry, is that Strachan? Strachan, sorry. Jordan Boville, Cynthia Raber, Julia Jane Lambert.
Congrats.
Yay, great job. And Achiever Award earners, the Consultant Achiever Award, Patrice Dina Strachan. Okay, great, thank you. District Manager, congratulations to Fran Babishak, Amber Fry, and Dina Kretzer. Area Manager, Achiever Award, congratulations, Dina. All right, cue the confetti. Top in Changing Lives. Wow, Amber Fry, you did it! Busy 10, congratulations. Fran, congratulations. Patrice, congratulations. And Amber, I know you will have endless energy with all those fizzies supplied your way, and there'll be more this month joining you. Okay, top in Changing Lives, top district enrolling: Amber Fry, Dina Kretzer, and Fran Babishak. Congratulations. Top area enrolling, Amber Fry, Dina Kretzer, Fran Babashat, congratulations. Okay, top in sales and Perfect Brick. Top personal sales, Fran, Amber, and Rihanna, congratulations. Perfect Brick, Amber, Patrice, and Fran. Congratulations, that's awesome, ladies.
Thanks, Allison. And that Perfect Brick is having 2,500 in your success line personal, not just in your district, but personally sponsored, and having 5 new. So that is awesome. That's the foundation building block. So thank you, Allison, for reading that, and congrats everyone. And I bet we are going to have all kinds of new promotions to district manager to be celebrating on October 1st. So I'm going to share I'm going to finish on time, but a sideline friend, Jacqueline Zarp, I don't know if you've heard her share maybe on the Green Bay group before. I wish I could share her whole message, but I'm just going to share one sentence that she said that spoke to me, and I hope will speak to you as well. And granted, it's out of context, it's at the very end, but she said, "We are responsible for our own healing instead of waiting for Arbonne to save us." And I thought, accelerated qualifications, the Cancun trip hanging out there, free products this month put on every preferred client's account, Simply One shakes dropping, holiday products launching. Those are only going to be powerful tools in our hands if we take responsibility for our own healing, for our own personal growth, for being really honest about what's holding us back. It's not always looking to, when is Arbonne going to drop something that's going to, no, they've dropped it all and more this month. So this one's definitely back to us being honest about what's holding us back, owning any red light stories. And really the only way to get those out is pencil and paper. Getting ourselves, getting ourselves in the place at the start of every morning where we are speaking truth into our lives, so that we're going out and freely loving, serving, growing, because that's when we get to experience the joy of helping others to change their lives in some way. So I would just encourage you to first ask what's holding you back, if there is anything, from taking the actions you want to take that will turn the vision and the goals you set for yourself into reality. Write it down and start to separate the facts from the things that you're thinking about it. A fact could be, I didn't enroll anyone last month. I did not have it come anywhere near my goals. And now, but what's what you make it to be, of saying, oh, I'm not good at this. How am I going to promote to district or area? I can't get, 2 people enrolled in a month. That kind of stuff is not fact. That's what you're making it to be. The only fact in there was last month, no one was enrolled. It's when you start making it to be something else, making it to be a reason not to succeed, that then what follows those kinds of thoughts is negative feelings. And what follows negative feelings is that you either don't take action or you take, destructive actions. Instead, and this is not my original, Connelly and I both just soaked this in from Bob Heilig and have talked a lot about this, that start with, how do you want to feel? You want to feel confident and excited and very, hopeful and expectant about the future. Then you think, well, what actions would I take that would make me feel like that? Well, those actions might be that I would get up early, I would read, I would put something positive in my mind, I would journal, I would write my gratitude list, I would speak affirmations out loud. And those kinds of things would make me take those positive actions. And then, the results will follow that. So just encourage you. Do I have time? I'm going to just say one more thing. There's going to be, you saw my post that Sandy and Wade, I can't pronounce their last name. Rachel Turner, you can pronounce their last name, Cripes, something like that, Crites, but there's more letters in there. Sandy's last name is Claus, and Wade, something with the C. Their husband and wife partnership And you can hear their full training live tomorrow on Go for Gold at 7, but it's recorded. It's a Facebook Live. So you can hear it at any time that you want to, forever and ever after. But I would say listen to it soon, because they're going to do the same awesome training they did for us at Maui. And in it, because I'm not going to take anything else of their story away, but they said their affirmations, and they said it face to face to each other, high-fiving each other at the end. And they had their affirmations up on the screen. And I recognized them. If anyone ever saw Jerry Rosenthal's goal card, it's almost word for word of that, but then they had, personalized it. And they said that to each other out loud 5 times at a time, 5 times a day. So y'all can do the math. That's 25 times in the day that they repeated these words out loud. And, I got to be honest, I've written affirmations out a lot of times. If anyone else here has written them out, I'm going to say these every single day. And to be honest, I'll say them for a while. I'll say them 3 times a day. And then, you know what? I'm not a person that allows a lot of negative thought to stay around more than about 1 minute. I don't want it in there, and I can get rid of that pretty quickly. And I'm wired to be very positive. So maybe I think don't need affirmations, and just kind of, well, that's for people who, have a harder time with the whole mental, mindset thing. But when I watch them on stage saying these out loud with everything in them, something just clicked. And I took a picture of the affirmations. It's scheduled to post at 9 o'clock on the Facebook group, so you'll see it. And you can, I on the plane coming back, I had the picture and I started writing and just tweaked it because, they're talking about their marriage to each other. Well, yeah, my husband's not my business partner in this. I mean, I changed this to make it mine. And I have been saying these out loud. I'm not up to 25 times a day yet, but I've been saying them 5 times at a time. And I am at least up to 3 sets of that a day. And I went on and posted it before so that I wouldn't chicken out of saying them out loud for you, because that meant I was already talking about them. So this feels like I've only been saying them, like far from where Jeff or anyone else can hear it, but I say them either outside when I'm walking or facing out, because it is out there into the world where these people are going to come from. And it's so important to speak this kind of life and truth. So just in case, I have a cheat sheet down here, but I'm going to do my best to say them, because most of the time I can say them from memory. And based on theirs, here we go. Rachel's laughing because she knows it just kills me to share like this. So I can't. Okay. I am so happy and grateful for my amazing life, for my unstoppable confidence, and for the flexibility in my life. I am a business building and enrolling magnet. I had to look. People are eagerly seeking the life-changing opportunity I have to offer. These people are excited to work with me and are building their businesses stable and strong, just as I have. I have to look at it as I love, serve, and grow. New leaders develop and bring new leaders. I am a trifecta award earner. I have a strong nation of hope dealers and we consistently promote new districts, areas, and regions, and new nations promote from it. I attract the right people, resources, and opportunities, and I am a 4-wide executive national vice president. So I have been saying this over and over. I just want to encourage you to take a look at this. Oh, y'all are so sweet. Where are all these hearts? I don't even know how to make hearts on a Zoom call, but thank you. Just encourage you to speak life. Write something out from what you're going to see on the Facebook group. Now, make it your own and make it something that you are speaking life over yourself, over your family, over your business, just over your entire life. If you don't speak truth, you're going to listen to the stuff that just comes at you from the outside or comes from the inside. And that's going to be exactly what Jacqueline is talking about, that we have to take responsibility for our own healing and our own growth before we can take advantage of what Arbonne's offered. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. And oh, look, Nova's on the call too. Y'all are awesome. And I cannot wait to hear. Oh, I wanted to say one more thing. If you write yours out, I would love for you to Vox it or share it with someone in your upline, your RVP. I'd love to hear it. Vox it to me if you want to. You can do whatever you want with, but at least speak it out loud in your own house. All right. I love each one of you. Happy September.